YouTubers, my name is Becky Buckland and I'm here today to do my February book haul. Now February was going to be the month where I wasn't going to buy many books, I was going to limit myself to 2 and the 2-box subscriptions that I get, and that was it. That wasn't really what happened. I had a pretty stressful month at work, so it meant that I actually shopped and bought lots of books, and I've got quite a haul for you today, so I will just jump into it. So the first one was actually from the library and it's called Ravensgate by Anthony Horowitz. I don't know anything about this, I just picked it up on a whim. It says, he always knew he was different. First there were the dreams, then the deaths began. When Matt Freeman gets into trouble with the police, he's sent to be fostered in Yorkshire. It's not long before he senses there's something wrong with his guardian and the whole village. Then Matt learns about the old ones and begins to understand just how he's different. But no one will believe him and no one can help. There is no proof, there is no logic, there is just the gate. Now I must admit, I do live in Yorkshire and the fact that it was set in Yorkshire did sway me round to getting this. Just wanted to interrupt my book haul shenanigans by showing you this amazing mug I got the other day. I can't remember the name of the company, I'll link it down below, but it's a ceramic green mug and it comes with a lid that also acts as, I guess, a tea holder. So it's got this lovely little, you can have loose leaf tea and it just goes in there like that, and then you put that on top of the green lid. And this is it. So I'm drinking green tea today in my green cup with my green hair. Oh, yummy. Next is a book I've been waiting for and I managed to get on the day of release, which is Kameron Hurley, The Stars Are Legion, also known as Lesbians in Space. I am really looking forward to this. There's a lot of hype around this book. It's a space opera featuring a predominantly female cast. It says, somewhere on the outer rim of the universe, a massive decaying world ship known as the Legion is travelling in the seams between the stars. Here in the darkness, a war of control of the Legion has been waged for generations with no clear resolution. As worlds continue to die, a desperate plan is put into motion. I'm not going to read any more of that because I think part of the fun of these books is getting in there, not knowing much and then letting the story unfold with itself. But like I said, there's a lot of hype around this and I'm really excited to read it. I started last night and I've just read the first chapter. I'm just up to page 18. Next, Unfuck Your Habitat by Rachel Hoffman. This is, I guess, it's been a long time coming. I am one of those people, me and my partner, one of those people, 2 of those people even, who feel like we're stuck in a constant stream of trying to tidy, everything getting messy. I saw Jean had made a video for Pan Macmillan about how to straighten your work area and how to keep on top of things, and the inspiration was from this book. So I've started reading it today. I'm almost halfway through and a lot of it is common sense, but a lot of it is stuff I think I need to hear as well, and I quite like, I think what's behind it is 20 minutes tidy and 10 minutes rest, so you don't do these marathon cleans, which is where you spend all Saturday, all Sunday cleaning, then you're too tired to do anything else for the rest of the week, and then it's untidy again. So, yep, hoping this will help me. Sinners by Pat Cadigan is a SF classic. I saw... who did I see? Oh no, I think I heard the Magical Space Pussycats talking about this on their podcast, and it sounded very interesting, so I thought I'd pick it up. It is, let's have a look. In Sinners, the line between humanity and technology is hopelessly slim. The human mind and the external landscape have fused to the point where any encounter with reality is incidental. Now you can change yourself to suit the machines, and all it will cost you is your freedom and your humanity. So they did I think they did a read along with this and a discussion, and it just sounded absolutely great. So picked it up as soon as I could find it. We Should All Be Feminists by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. I was going to read this as part of the Cosy Reading Night, but I never got round to it. But it's something I've been meaning to pick up for ages. It's just a small book, but definitely looking forward to this. Another library book is the third in the Silo trilogy, which you've probably seen me banging on about quite a lot, which is Dust by Hugh Howey. This is the finale, where the first one is all the people living in this silo. How do they live together? What happens? Why are people sent out to cleaning? Why do they die when they go outside? Conspiracy theories, that sort of thing. Second one is, how did they get in the silo? What happened before? And the third one is, what happens now when they know what's happened? And can they get out? And is it safe? Slaughterhouse-Five by Kurt Vonnegut. This is a classic that you've all probably heard of before. I like that the blurb on the back is written sideways. Prisoner of war, optometrist, time traveller. These are the life roles of Billy Pilgrim, hero of his latter-day Pilgrim's Progress, a miraculously moving, bitter and funny story of innocence faced with the apocalypse. In the most original anti-war novel since can't speak today. Catch-22. I'll do these two together. These two I got as part of this month's Moth Box, which is run by Mercy's Bookish Musings. That is The Handsworth Times by Sharon Dougal and Sufficient Grace by Amy Espeseth. Now these are two quite different books, but they have a theme linking them together, which is trauma, I believe. And this is set in England in the 80s, and it's about the Handsworth estate. And this one, I can't remember. I think this is about Ruth and her cousin Naomi live in rural Wisconsin, part of an isolated religious community. So I did read more into these in the Mothbox unboxing, so I will link that down below if you want to read it. But yep, they came. You can see I did go overboard this month. Lumine by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. You probably have heard of this. There's a lot of hype around BookTube of this and its sequel Gemina. It's a, I guess, would we call it mixed media kind of book? Rather than it just being paragraphs, it's emails and I guess script type things and all that sort of thing. So the year is 2575 and two mega corporations are at war over a planet that's a little more than an ice-covered speck. Too bad nobody thought to warn the people living on it. With enemy fire raining down on them, Ezra and Cady have to make their escape on the evacuating fleet. But their troubles are just beginning. A deadly plague has broken out on one of the spaceships and it's mutating with terrifying results. Their ship's protection is seriously flawed. No one will say what is going on. As Cady hacks into a tangled web of data to find the truth, it's clear that only one person can help her, Ezra. And the only problem with that is that they split up before all this trouble started and she isn't supposed to be talking to him. As part of the Diversathon, I read Nnedi Okorafor's The Book of Phoenix. I absolutely loved her writing so much that I immediately ordered Who Fears Death, and that came a few weeks ago. This, I think The Book of Phoenix is a prequel to this. It says, tonight you want to know how I came to be what I am. You want to know how I got here. It's a long story, but I'll tell you. I'll tell you. You're a fool if you believe what others say about me. I tell you my story to avert all those lies. Thankfully, even my long story will fit on that laptop of yours. I have 2 days. I hope it's enough time. It will all catch up on me soon. My mother named me Onyesonwu. It means who fears death. She named me well. I was born 20 years ago during troubled times. Ironically, I grew up far from all the killing. I want to get to the Crooked Kingdom books. Before I do that, I have to read the Grisha trilogy, so I picked up Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo. The Shadow Fold, a swathe of impenetrable darkness is slowly destroying the once great nation of Ravka. Alina, a pale, lonely orphan, discovers a unique power that thrusts her into the world of the kingdom's magical elite, the Grisha. Could she be the key to setting Ravka free? The Darkling, a man of seductive charm and terrifying power. If Alina is to fulfil her destiny, she must unlock her gift and face up to her dangerous attraction to him. But what of Mal, Alina's childhood best friend? As Alina contemplates her dazzling new future, why can't she ever quite forget him? The Coldest Girl in Cold Town is a book I've been looking to pick up for a while, but I've just been trying to hold off until I've got through some of my books. Obviously that's not going to happen because I'm still buying books like they're going out of fashion, so I just thought I'd buy it anyway. Now this is Cold Town was dangerous, Tana knew, a glamorous cage, a prison for the damned and anyone who wanted to party with them. Tana lives in a world where walled cities called cold towns exist. In them, quarantine monsters and humans mingle in a decadently bloody mix of predator and prey. It's an eternal party, shown on TV 24 hours a day, gorgeous, glamorous, deadly. The problem is, once you pass through Cold Town's gates, you can never leave. And that's by Holly Black. Should have mentioned that earlier. Couldn't resist picking up Wind Witch and Truth Witch. You probably know a lot about these. Again, buzz all over BookTube about them. They're by Susan Dennard. V.E. Schwab, A Darker Shade of Magic. Again, I've been influenced by BookTube, like everything I read, and had to pick this up. Says, Kelly's one of the last travellers, magicians with a rare ability to travel between parallel universes connected by one magical city. There's Grey London without magic and ruled by the Mad King George III. Red London, where magic is revered and where Kell was raised alongside the heir to the Empire. White London, where people fight to control the remaining magic and magic fights back, and once there was Black London. Yet another one I've been influenced by BookTube is Passenger. The sequel to that that's come out recently is Wayfarer. So I thought I'd better pick this up, get it read, and then I can move on to Wayfarer. I also got a couple of graphic novels. My partner was really kind and got me Joss Whedon's Frey, which is about a Slayer set 200 years in the future after Buffy. I don't know where I've put it, otherwise I would show you, but I'll put it here so that you can see it. So I'm looking forward to that, and also volume 1 of Low, which I've heard quite a few people talking about, so I'm looking forward to reading that and doing a wrap up for you. Yesterday I went to the LGBTQIA+ event at Leeds Museum, and they had a few stalls there and I managed to pick up a few zines. I got this one, which is Fictional Introverts, and it says The Best and Worst of Fictional Introverts in Books, TV and Films by Kim Searle. So I'm looking forward to reading this. So it's got Angela Chase. If you're my age, you probably remember her from My So-Called Life. And who else? We've got Matilda and Belle. So I'm looking forward to reading that. There's also a bit on introvert self-care on the back as well. And I also have the same person bought this shoestring travel guide, which just has hints and tips about travelling on a budget. I love a good zine and I like supporting independent artists, so I'm going to pick those up yesterday. Now that is me done. I'm going to try and not buy any more books, although I know my Fairy Loot box is arriving on Monday, so I will be doing an unboxing for that soon. But that is it. Now March, I am definitely going to try and not buy millions of books. I'm going on lockdown. I'm going to read what is on my shelves, because there's tons on here that I know I haven't even read yet, and I definitely need to. So how do you guys stop the urge to buy tons of books when you've got loads to buy? Let me know down in the comments. Also, have you read any of these books that I bought this month? If you have, what did you think? Okay, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and please subscribe if you want to see more content like this. I'll be back in a couple of days with another video. Okay, big hugs. Bye!